Fresh from her win at the Greg Chalmers Junior Masters on the Central Coast, Sydney's June Song was an early favourite to defend her state title. A birdie on 15 helped her to a first round 78 and a tie for 6 with the likes of Hyde Park from Queensland. One of Song's playing partners, Isabel Taylor, had this for eagle on 15. She tapped in for birdie, eventually finishing one shot behind the reigning champion. But at the end of the opening day, every girl is chasing Monica Johnson. The Sydney sider went agonisingly close to eagle on this par 5, but still finished with birdies on 15, 17 and 18 to card an impressive round 1 score of 3 under. A host of young Hunter players are also in the field, including 13-year-old Bridge Ingray and 12-year-old Harry Atkinson from Curry, who received a special invitation to play at the tournament. The event continues tomorrow with the girls and younger boys playing at Belmont, while the older boys will swap and play at Charlestown.
And I'll be back getting some more tips to try and improve my horrible game.
Good on you.
Good on you.
See how it goes. Next up, Gavin Morris joins us with the weather.
I was heavily overweight and very unhealthy, and I changed my life for the better. If I can do that, anyone else can do that. And if you don't know what to eat, that's where Light and Easy does it for you.
The new Snooze Profiler can help you choose a bed that's right for you. And right now, save up to 50% off mattresses and up to 40% off bed frames. Hurry, sale ends this weekend. Find your comfortable at Snooze.
More often with Travel Marvel, like a 15-day Travel Marvel Europe River cruise from just $5,495 per person. Plus, you'll fly free, all cabins, all dates. Contact Helloworld Travel or Cruise Travel Centre today.
This is what guys do to try to get every hair. This is what we do. Gillette with Flexball technology makes maximum contact, with one blade giving up to 1 month of comfortable shaves. Gillette.
Yes, you're lovely.
At Metricon, we always offer the very best. And now with our designer series Icon collection, we're giving you $50,000 for just $5,000 to spend on Australia's leading brands. Like adding an air conditioner from Fujitsu to keep the temperature of your beautiful new home comfortable all year round. So spoil yourself with our Metricon Icon collection on now.
In 2017, over 400,000 new jobs were created. That's more than 1,100 a day. So if you're a small to medium business owner who's wondering about the next step or has changing business needs, there are government initiatives to help you hire, including financial incentives of up to $10,000 to employ eligible staff. If you're ready to get your business growing, go to jobs.gov.au. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
You're still numbing sensitive teeth?
Just wait.
There's a better way. Colgate Sensitive Pro Relief actually helps repair the openings to exposed nerves.
That's
a better way. Colgate Sensitive Pro Relief. Here it comes.
Oh, would you? Osmo's giant $15 million jackpot is just around the corner. Will your numbers bring you a truckload of cash this Tuesday?
Play less every day at The Good Guys, and here's how. Get this Hisense 272-litre top-mount fridge for a low $433. And this Omega freestanding dishwasher for only $398. Pay less every day at The Good Guys.
Let's check the weather now with Gavin Morris.
Thank you so much, Tash. Well, certainly cool as we move into the middle of winter period. It looks like overall it's going to remain quite cold with another front approaching for the latter part of the week. A little bit of cloud rolling in today after what was a beautiful, spotless weekend, particularly on Sunday. Beautiful, clean, clear conditions prevail, but a little bit of cloud about. It's going to break up. Didn't produce much in the way of rain, a millimetre or two there, mostly along the areas just north of Newcastle, up around Port Stephens. There's a weak, shallow little low that is going to move in across Victoria during tomorrow. Locally, all fine. You're to get some showers there up to the north for the northern rivers and for the coastal areas of Queensland, but overall the nation is still very much a dry one. Still no significant inland rain on the horizon, and likely to remain that way potentially for the rest of the month. There's just nothing showing up on those long-range charts at this point, except for a lot of cold air, freezing conditions, very frosty in the nation's capital during the early hours, scraping the ice off the windscreens right throughout the Monero to Jindabyne. That little system causing some showers there for Melbourne and Adelaide tomorrow. Brisbane might see a shower reach some of the suburban areas, but otherwise fine. Temperatures were cool today. Freezing start at Scone, Merry War. Also scraping the ice off the windscreens this morning and only topping out at about 17. Western side of the lake did a little better at 18. Humidity, a slight amount of moisture there thanks to those variable winds. Tomorrow though, mostly westerlies. Then a switch around to the east-northeast tomorrow afternoon, so a little bit milder. No chance of rain. It is going to be a clear, fine, dry day right across the entire region for your Origin Wednesday. You're looking at temperatures to be slightly warmer, a little bit more comfortable, into the high teens after what will be another cold start with those morning westerlies across the Central Coast. The lake is always fresh, especially on the eastern side with those westerlies pushing the cold air to the east, and the same right throughout the valley. Lower Hunter, Port Stephens, cold for Maitland and Cessnock as it always is. A little bit of mist and fog, quite calm overnight, allowing for a little bit of morning fog and mist there to form, then burning off and headed towards the 18 mark. Swell settling a little bit further, abating from about 2 metres. It's been a fairly solid start to the week as far as swell is concerned. The high tide, big in the morning at 6:27, dropping to the low just after 12:10. Sun rising 6:54, down just after 5, headed towards that new moon, so it's going to be quite dark over the next couple of nights. There's our next front coming through, getting slightly milder, then more cold air comes through. It's going to be a cold weekend, but clear, dry, plenty of sunshine, and it is going to become slightly milder towards the middle of next week, but until then, expect more cold, wintry conditions. The dry rolls on for the Upper Hunter. I'm afraid no relief in sight there. Central Coast, similar story also. Temperatures dropping on Friday behind that next change pushing through. For surf as well, the mornings as expected, better with the westerly winds, some chunky size sets rolling through. It's cold in the water with it hovering around that 15-degree mark and cold out. But yeah, certainly worth it taking on some sizable sets in that morning session. We've got the westerlies back and just a little bit more controllable there. If you don't like the big ones, it'll be back to smaller conditions, so we can hunt around, check out the banks, how much movement there's been after this latest pulse of swell. But certainly settling, clean conditions tomorrow morning on that falling tide. Enjoy.
Thanks, Gav, and that's our bulletin for this evening.
Don't forget special coverage of the Thai cave rescue from 11 tonight.
Good night.
Good night.